Hello and welcome to an episode of Is BeamNG.Drive Correct? In this episode, it's going to be Aerodynamics. So first off, I'm going to get something kind of tall, because I want to see what'll happen if a vehicle gets lowered. If a vehicle gets lowered, it should theoretically get better fuel economy. So let's go with a car that already sits decently high up, like a gravel roamer. So here it is. I'm going to get up to about 70 or so miles per hour, and then I'm going to set cruise control, reset the trip computer over here, put it on miles per gallon. There, it is now set at 70, and reset the trip computer and see what it reads.
A few moments later.
Looks like our average is going to be 14.5 miles per gallon. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this, probably put on some sport or race springs, and see what the fuel economy is after that. So now that this is lowered, we're going to get right on back up to 70, and set cruise control and see what the fuel economy is going to be. Okay, there is 70, reset the trip computer, and now we're just going to sit here for a bit and see what it goes to. Theoretically, it should be more though. Okay, what we're seeing here is it's right about the same actually. Only, yeah, so it's bouncing around from 14.6 to 14.7. It looks like it's going to stay at 14.6. So that was a slight improvement. So I don't know exactly just how much the aerodynamics can affect the car's fuel economy. Obviously, we're not expecting a big difference, but that is a difference in fuel economy. So I'm going to say BeamNG on that point is pretty correct. So now we're going to go into sports cars and see what all they can do. So I'm going to go to the Hiroshi SBR4, and then I'm going to get this one, which is a aero test car. So right here's the car. I've removed the rear spoiler, and we're going to see just how fast it goes. Now just to refresh your memory, if you did not know, a spoiler creates lift. A spoiler allows you to have a higher top speed and get better fuel economy. What we're going to see here though is, I'm not exactly curious with the fuel economy part, we're going to see the top speed differences, because top speed difference would also lead to a fuel economy difference too, because there will be less drag. So I'm going to sit here for a minute and see how fast we can go without a spoiler, then I'll put a spoiler on, then I'll put a wing on and see the difference. So it looks like it's tapping out at 193 miles per hour. Right there is 193, and you can see over on the left side of the screen it says what the airspeed is. Don't look at the bottom right side of the screen because that's just wheel speed. So now let's go and put on a spoiler and see if there is any difference, because theoretically it should be able to go faster. Well, what it looks like is it's just staying pegged at 191. So there is a little bit difference in aerodynamics, however it's not a big difference. So really, I'd say that the spoiler in the game really doesn't affect much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get up to 60, slam the brakes, and see how long it takes to stop. So right there is 60, and now I'm going to slam the brakes when it gets right to 60. There it is. So that braking took 2.58 seconds. And just for redundancy's sake, let's make sure that it is that. So, get down to 60 and slam the brake. That was 2.6 seconds, so right around 2.5 seconds. Now I'm going to take that off. So we're going to go down here to the tailgate and then remove the retractable spoiler. Because what should happen is this now should be slower. Because the way that the spoiler works is when you slam the brakes, it uses the spoiler as an air brake. So let's see how long it takes to stop from 60 now. About the same. So does the air brake really do anything? I don't really think so. Oh, well that time it stopped a little bit slower. Let's try that one again. 2.4 seconds. So really the air brake does not make a difference. Editing Luke here. You may have noticed that I just said that the air brake does not make a difference. However, if you look at this clip here, which is where I am slowing down from start to finish, you can see that right here is as soon as I hit the brake. As soon as I hit the brake, this starts right here. So you can see that this clip here is 2.42 seconds. And then if you look right here at this one right here is also 2.4 seconds. However, if you go to where I do have the air brake, which is back here, you can see that the car for right here stopped in 2.32 seconds. That is a 0.1 second gap, which is a considerable difference, especially when it comes to slowing down at that speed. That is a good considerable difference. So I did not notice it, because if you notice up here, that is untrue. Just that I'd like to say that because I was wrong in the video. BeamNG does actually, in BeamNG, the air brake does in fact affect your braking. And now what we're going to see is if the top speed is lower with a wing on the back. So theoretically, a wing should make the top speed slower because there's more downforce, which means that the car has more drag on it. And this should be pretty obvious that it is, because wings, they create a lot of downforce. Oh, and also you can see the effects of aerodynamics right here. Look, it's actually bent the wing a bit for going so fast. That's not very safe, is it? Anyway, look how slow it's accelerating. 160, 161, 162, 163. It's not going, and keep in mind, you're flooring it. This would be a bit faster, so I think what's happening here is that this actually does affect it. Yeah, look, we're actually dropping RPMs right now. It's almost down to 5,100 RPM. So yes, it does. With the Sonnet, it tops out at around 170. So yes, a wing does have that effect. Now I'm going to go put a splitter on the front of the car, which what a splitter does is it creates downforce in the front so that you can go around a corner faster. There we go. Now let's see what the top speed is going to be now. Yeah, it looks like it's going even slower to 152, 153, 154. Yeah, it's even slower now. So that splitter does make quite a big difference. And look, you can see it's going so fast that the splitter is actually bent down a bit. But anyway, so it looks like now it's going to top out at about 163. So after this, I'm going to go to a map and go around a few corners and see if that does make a big difference. However, we already kind of know that it will make a difference, because if you've ever played BeamNG.Drive, you'll notice that a car with a wing and a splitter goes around a corner faster than a car without a wing and a splitter. Anyway, for this next one, we're going to be looking at the diffuser on a car. Looks like top speed is 134, it seems. It's kind of bouncing in between that over on the left side of the screen. 134 miles per hour. Well, we would have already seen a difference, so it's going to be 134 again. So the diffuser really does not make a difference. So here we are on a big cornering map, so let's go get the car. So here's the car, and no nothing on it. So we've already concluded that the spoiler does not make a difference in top speed or anything like that. So obviously it shouldn't really have any effect on cornering, because there's not really an aerodynamic difference there. On this car, at the moment, we don't have any aerodynamic trickery or anything like that. So I'm going to go around a few corners and then place them side by sides. So here we are at the conclusion of this video. So when you're looking at the aerodynamics in BeamNG.Drive, splitters and wings do affect the top speed and the handling of a car. They will decrease your top speed because there is more drag, creating more downforce, and they help with handling or able to go around a corner faster. Fuel economy is a bit affected, just a little bit, just how it would be in real life. Fuel economy is affected by the aerodynamics of the vehicles, such as how high it is off the ground. However, diffusers, they do not affect the car's top speed, but the air brake does help the car slow down. Even though in the video you didn't see a big difference really between me slamming the brake with the air brake and with it off. That's just because the timers up at the top right corner of the screen, they weren't exactly correct. And one more thing. Spoilers do not actually affect how fast the car can go. In real life, a spoiler would create lift and let the car go faster. Whereas in BeamNG.Drive, nothing happens really. So really in BeamNG.Drive, the spoilers are just for style. They don't really do anything onto the car. So hopefully you like this very in-depth video, and goodbye.